Hi, this is Vishnu Chandra Pandey, Technical Marketing Engineer with SonicWall, and today we are going to discuss how we can automatically quarantine and remediate threats on an endpoint leveraging Capture Client Network Quarantine feature. COVID-19 pandemic has forced employees to work from home and perform daily tasks remotely. They need to stay connected to the corporate network and access other machines and resources in order to complete their tasks. In such an event, if an endpoint is infected and not isolated, the threat can spread and compromise other machines in the network. Having network quarantine as a part of your endpoint protection addresses that issue. Isolating endpoint prevents lateral movement of the threat, restricting further spread and eliminating chances of accessing corporate data and compromising other endpoints. Capture Client Network Quarantine feature allows you to automatically put a device in network quarantine when an active threat is detected without any manual intervention, increasing productivity and time to response. It also provides advanced level of visibility and improves overall incident response to block and quarantine attacks even before they spread. Let us now navigate to an endpoint on which we have Capture Client installed and the policy set to automatically kill the threat and quarantine the endpoint, further disconnecting it from the network if any malicious activity is detected. To replicate the same, what we're going to do is execute a threat, and as you can see, a malicious activity is detected and the user would be informed, post which you would be able to see that the device is now under quarantine status. Once the endpoint is put under quarantine, the user will not be able to access internet and the machine will be isolated until and unless the administrator reviews the threat and grants the access. Let us now switch back to Management Console and see how that behaves. If we drill down into the threat, we can see that the threat was detected and the machine was put under quarantine. The administrator can also navigate under the devices section to verify whether the endpoint has been quarantined or not. Each step of the way, that would be available on the console for the administrator to know the status of the threat. With a single click of a button, the administrator can bring the machine back online. Post the action is triggered from the Capture Client Management Console, the endpoint properties are automatically updated and a notification is triggered to the end user stating that the machine is no more under quarantine and is ready for use by the end user. Once the endpoint is back online, the internet access on the endpoint will be restored and the user would be able to get back on the network. The status can also be verified on the Capture Client console under the Devices section. The administrator can then review the threat and mark it as resolved so that no further action is needed on this threat. For more information, please visit our product page and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on latest videos.